Hi, folks. Robert Quigley here, Washington, D.C., the Money Pit Group. This is Memorial Day weekend. It's time to pay tribute to the fallen heroes. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, push the subscribe button, put your comments below, join the conversation. As you know, we're headed to the White House. On Memorial Day, we need to cast our minds back and think deeply about the goals, aspirations, and ambitions of our fallen heroes. I can speak to this question very well, for I have a very long family history of fallen heroes. Military officers and enlisted folks that stretch back to the days of colony and probably further back to medieval tribal warfare times. I've had family members in Afghanistan, Iraq, Vietnam, World War II, the Korean War, World War I, the Spanish-American War, the Civil War on both sides of the conflict, the French and Indian Wars, and the Revolutionary War. Every fallen patriot, whether they were in my family or yours, through the ages, they had one dying dream and overriding goal. Their deepest and most heartfelt aspiration was that brutal wars would one day end. Through blood, death, tears, economic might, and Yankee ingenuity, the U.S. finds itself at the top of the global military pecking order. It is our manifest destiny to fulfill the death wishes and dreams of our fallen forefathers and all peace-loving citizens on the planet. It is time that America and its allies use every tool at our disposal to end brutal wars. We must commend the U.S. military, NATO, and our allies. The Ukrainian-Russian war has retaught us many lessons that a combination of global economic might and a shrewd use of overwhelming surgical military technology, combined with pinpoint intelligence, also known in the war trade as a porcupine defense, it can overwhelm the largest and bulky armies on the planet, including, of course, as we are seeing with the Russian military. Much pain and suffering lies ahead for the Russians, but ultimately, Putin will die, or he will stand trial for his lunacy. Russia will pay reparations for years. Many Russians will rot in jail. When the dust clears, Russia will be reformed. Ukraine will be rebuilt. Russia's economy will pay for every piece of damage and every loss of human life in Ukraine. Just behind Russia, North Korea, in the not too distant future, will rejoin South Korea in the community of nations. Why do I make such a bold assertion when very little evidence appears present on the horizon? Well, folks, the North Korean population is wholly unhealthy. They are in the process of being decimated by the coronavirus as we talk. Millions will perish. To this end, we must cut off North Korea in every way possible until the day of their capitulation arrives. Next, we move on to China, the other global troublemaker in 2022 in these last few decades. Simply put, China will either formally recognize Taiwan, eliminate their global hostility, and join us in our global pursuit of a global government. For my first week in office, we'll see a 40-year rollback of China-U.S. trade. We will cut China off economically. We will immediately refuse entry of any Chinese-made goods or services. Not to mention, I will arm and defend Taiwan to the hilt. From the first day of office, we will dispatch hundreds of ambassadors to every country and territory on the planet. Their sole job will be to recruit like-minded, peace-loving nations to join us in a one-world government. Together, we will forge the future. We will bind the globe in the same way our ancestors had the foresight and bravery to bind together the colonies and states of America for all of perpetuity. To put it another way, in modern lingo, the Quigley administration is going to form the strongest, stickiest, and everlasting marriage amongst the global nations in which divorce will never be an option. As a group, all problems facing mankind will be solved as peacefully as possible. That is how a community of nations and countries and peoples bind together and cooperate. This, my friends, is the essence of our fallen ancestors' dreams and aspirations for humankind, the globe, the animal kingdom at large. It is time, folks, to bring the world together as one. We use our military might, we use our economic might to achieve these purposes. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, push the subscribe button, put your comments below, join the conversation. Let me know where I'm right, let me know where I'm wrong, let me know what your concerns are. Together, let's make the world a better place for everybody. Until we meet again.